Today we're going to take a look at NIST AC-13 Security Control. AC-13, Supervision and Review Access Control. So this particular control was actually withdrawn and has been incorporated into AC2 and AU6. So please see the videos for AC2 and AU6. Okay, so here is AC2. We're looking at the specific part of AC2 that AC-13 was incorporated into. So here, the G part talks about monitor the use of accounts. So notify account managers and organization-defined personnel or roles within the organization-defined time period. So within a time period that's defined by the organization, when accounts are no longer required, when users are terminated or transferred, and when system usage or need to know changes for that individual. So basically it's talking about the level. We'll start here. So we're monitoring the accounts. So when an account is no longer needed, this particular person needs to be notified. So if John Doe no longer needs a particular account to log on to the production system, this person needs to be notified. So maybe the ISSO is the person that needs to be notified. And if someone gets terminated, someone gets fired, the ISSO will be notified, or the system owner will be notified. Whoever that role is will be notified. If the person is transferred, that person will be notified. And when the person's level of access need to know the person's permission. So you could have access to the sales department or the HR department folder, right? That's for all the members of HR. But maybe certain members of HR, of the HR department, have access to the payroll folder within the HR folder. So that's their need to know. That's their level of access. So if someone's level of access or need to know the person's privilege changes, then the designated individual would be notified. So in this case, maybe the system owner or the ISSO. All right, so that is it for AC2 as it pertains to AC-13, which was incorporated into AC2 and AU6. So here is evidence to support the AU6 control, where it says that the organization needs to have audit log review process and a frequency setup. So here is the procedure document for the LCM system, and it's showing here that they do have a section that talks about FEA, which is the organization, has established procedures for the setup and monitoring of the operating system and application audit trails. Audit logs must be reviewed and analyzed monthly by the ISSO. So it does talk about the person who is going to perform this task, and the results must be reported to the system owner, and it talks about when, the frequency, monthly. Okay, and then here are some of the events that would be captured in the audit logs. So this will be the first piece of evidence you would request for, and look to see that these items have been documented within the procedure document. So here is an acceptable piece of evidence. All right, so you're looking at a screenshot of a event or an event that has been set up for LCM monthly audit reviews. This screenshot will show, okay, there is a plan in place to actually review these audit logs on a monthly basis. A better screenshot would actually show that this meeting is a reoccurring meeting, and that it says monthly. So it does say monthly here. So this also shows the system owner of the LCM system. So this type of evidence will be sufficient enough, one of the pieces of evidence that will be sufficient enough for satisfying this control, because it's showing that a monthly audit log review is in place and that the system owner is involved. Maybe a better piece of evidence would have the ISSO, showing that the ISSO is the organizer, or that the ISSO is one of the people involved in the meeting, or is going to be one of the attendees in the meeting. So this is one of the pieces of evidence. It's an example of audit logs where it shows you when users logged in and log off, and the name of the system that they connected to, and it shows the date and time. So for example, if something happened with a server, maybe someone did something wrong to a server, and it happened sometime in the evening, we could go back to the audit logs to see who logged on to the system in the evening, who logged off from the system in the evening, and there we can narrow it down to the specific users. So this would be another additional piece of evidence you could add for AU6. Watch these videos every day, especially if you're trying to get a job as a security control assessor. This will help solidify your knowledge and help you when you're in an interview, ask these questions about security controls. So this will help you on the job. And for those aspiring to become security control assessors, this will help you know what security controls are all about and how to assess those security controls.
I have a cybersecurity course called the Security Control Assessor course. This course trains you on how to become a security control assessor, also known as an SCA or a SCA. Now with this training, it's going to show you step by step on the job training what a security control assessor does, how the security control assessor prepares for an assessment. If you don't know who a security control assessor is, a security control assessor is one who assesses security controls. Security controls are things or measures that you put in place to reduce risk to an acceptable level. So this training will show you the ins and outs on how to become a SCA. It also comes with a certificate of completion, resume prep videos, interview prep videos. It also comes with tons of resources, templates that you would use on the job. So if you are considering a career change or a field within cybersecurity that requires no technical skills, and it's only about the compliance side of cybersecurity, which deals with policies, procedures, and things of that nature. As a security control assessor, you're going to be looking at documentation, reviewing documentation, and writing your comments, saying, hey, this passes, this fails, this is not right, this is correct. So that's pretty much what a security control assessor does. You look at evidence and you determine if the evidence is satisfactory or not. And you have a cheat sheet with you to use as your guide. So for more information, sign up for this course, and I promise you, you will not regret it.
Don't forget to subscribe and like. We're also on IG at CyberFirst Solutions. Thank you.